Hello and welcome to this spooktacular edition of DWM Productions THC podcast sponsored by Fast Custom Shirts. That's fastcustomshirts.com here at BOYGOB.com. Joseph,
Tom,
how was your week?
uh, I guess it's all right. I got some test results back that I'm not too excited about, but we'll talk about that off camera.
Oh no.
Yeah, yeah. It's it's
Your estrogen levels are high. Oof. I know that game.
yeah. So yeah, there was that. And hold on, I'm sharing the podcast to my page, or maybe I just shared it to. I don't know what I did.
Hopefully you shared it to the podcast page.
Yeah, because I've done that before, and that's some idiocy right there. But other than that, yeah, just sweating it out in the shop.
To the oldies?
Sweating to the oldies. That's what I was doing yesterday, because I went and did a pop-up, which I'd signed up for a while back, and it's like, I'm not going to bail out and like, oh man, it's hot, I'm not going to do it. I was hoping they would cancel it because they'd been talking about, hey, if the temperature gets like to this point, we're going to cancel. It's like, they didn't. It's like, fuck it. Okay, I got out there, and just as I was setting up, I'm just like drenched in sweat. I thought, nobody's going to show up to this shit. I mean, they'd be dumb if they did. And thankfully, there's a lot of dumb people out there because I did really well, I don't know. I guess people are just a glutton for punishment, and they came out and wanted to be out in the heat. I don't know. I do not know. But thanks to everybody that did come out. Not that you listen to this program, but maybe you will. Maybe you will. I don't know. So yeah,
Maybe if they're looking for an Ebola Syndrome review on YouTube, it'll
right.
pop up.
Yeah. Looking for that. Looking to be offended.
We'll get to that.
We will. This may just get us banned finally. Who knows? But yeah. Other than that, yeah, and for the foreseeable future, there's a lot of work that I've got to get done in this heat.
Are you gonna have time to get it done though?
I don't know. I try to finish my obligations. Hopefully I can knock it all out and just say, nope, can't take any more orders. Sorry, folks. Until when?
Sitting in the ghetto.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Get a sip of water here.
I'll join you in one.
I'm trying here. Oh, fuck. But yeah, other than that, this has been a unusual week because even though I've been really busy, I've watched a lot more shit than usual. Yeah. Watched the movies this week, Tom. And
what'd you watch?
I started with the movie Lisa wanted to watch called Deep Water. This is a Hulu original, maybe. And this stars Ben Affleck as a rich dude who's married to a younger hot chick that likes to fuck around, Tom. She likes to just fuck around and make him jealous. But these guys that she's fucking around with, they tend to disappear. Is he doing it? Is he killing them? Or are they just disappearing? We don't know. But finally he does kill one of them. He does, and he's like trying to hide the body and everything. And it turns out like this is a little game they're doing, and she gets off on his jealousy, and he kind of gets off on being cucked, I guess is the term. It was very shitty. For a movie about infidelity, you expect a lot of sex, a lot of nudity. The guy playing his wife is really hot, but yeah, there's nothing titillating about it. There's the murder, suspense, all that shit that's absent from it. It's just a very, very boring movie. And it's one of those where I kept pausing it, to see how much time is left on this piece of shit. Whoa, too much time. But we finished it, and yeah, I got through it. Do not recommend Deep Water on Hulu.
Well, speaking of nudity and sex, have you ever seen Showgirls, Joe?
I have seen Showgirls.
How many times? It seems like you were at the age where you probably watched it a lot.
I've seen it at least 5 times. What's this director's name?
Paul Verhoeven.
Paul Verhoeven, who's directed a lot of stuff I like. Like
Total Recall, Starship Troopers.
Recall. Yeah, Starship Troopers, Flesh and Bone, or is it Flesh and Blood? Flesh and Blood, I think. Yeah, he's all over the place with that shit. Did he do Basic Instinct? Maybe
I
not.
can't
Who
remember.
cares?
But he
Showgirls,
did do RoboCop. Yes.
Yeah, he did. Showgirls is fucking great.
Yeah, it was not what I was expecting. Well, I'd say half of it was exactly what I was expecting. And like I was fucking 10 years old, I think, when this movie came out. So it was built up so fucking much. Like in my head, I built it up like this broad's just fucking whipping her tits out and going crazy. And the movie's fucking wild. I just had this shit built up in my head. And it turns out, Joe, this bitch is crazy and she's whipping her tits out and the movie's fucking wild.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
this is
like hold on, before you get in the movie, Saved by the Bell. Is that some shit you watched? I think everybody did around a certain age group, right?
I would say my sister watched it and I was just kind of there because it was on.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Well,
was more animation.
the 3 chicks that were in it, all of them were hot, I thought, but I liked this chick the most. I thought she was the best looking of all of them. It was like, hey, if she ever does like some fucking adult movies with some nudity, I'm gonna watch that shit.
And she did, and you did.
I did.
How did you like it, Joe?
Had to wait until it was on like some kind of streaming, or not streaming that time, but until it came out on
I was
Cinemax.
a time traveler.
Cinemax or whatever, and yeah, it didn't disappoint. There's a lot of nudity in it. It's a fucking funny movie though.
It reminded me a lot of Freeway in the tone of it.
Yeah, but I mean, Freeway, I think is everything in there is intentional. In this movie, there's some shit that's funny that's not intentional, like when she's fucking Kyle MacLachlan in the pool.
She's flopping around like a fish.
Like she's having a seizure or something. They're just in convulsions and shit. That's funny as shit. Yeah, her just being a badass at the end was funny to me. Just a lot of it. A lot of it's fucking. I haven't seen it in a long time, but it's like nobody could act in this.
I thought they did an excellent job, Joe. Excellent. I was quite a few pints in at this time, but I thought everybody did an excellent job. I thought that scene where she gave dude the lap dance while old lady from Killer Joe was in there, thought that was expert filmmaking, and my mouth was agape the whole time because I'm like, holy shit, this is the wild fucking movie I thought it was gonna be, and I never watched it because who gives a fuck. But holy shit, should you watch this movie because it is very, very, very entertaining.
It is. Yeah. I haven't seen it in a long time, but it's also a long movie, right? It's edging on 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, edging, I guess, is the word. But yeah, and yeah, she's good looking in it, and that other chick that's her rival, I guess, that she pushes down the stairs. She's interested. It's all about being a showgirl. It's all about being top spot in Vegas and getting those Versailles dresses. You know?
Oh, this movie's fucking great. Would recommend
Hell yeah.
highly. I would say, you know, get a bunch of people together and watch it, but it might turn into a fucking suck party, so maybe don't.
I've always wanted to see Showgirls 2, Pennies from Heaven, as in Penny the girl. She's from heaven, pennies.
Can I let you know something, though?
Yeah.
This is a Wild Eye releasing.
Oh, really?
Do you still want to watch it?
Yeah, I do. I still want to
All right.
watch that one. Yeah.
Well, let me know how it is.
Okay, I will. Yeah.
Yeah,
I want to watch Titanic 2 also. I'm sure that's probably
Titanic?
Titanic 2. Yeah.
Oh, Titanic 2
Yeah,
is
that one's all for
Titanic
laughs.
as well.
I think with Showgirls 2, they're actually trying to make a movie.
Yeah, I think old Penny did a Kickstarter and what have you to raise the money to make a movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, Showgirls 1. Shit, man. If I would have saw this as a child, I think my dick would have been broken.
Yeah. That's a movie I need to buy. I need to I need to have a copy on hand because it's great.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I found one. I'm just it's a region-free umbrella release, but $30 might be a little steep for that if it doesn't have like a director's commentary. It's one of those things that have like a fan commentary.
Mhm.
Sometimes those are all right, like the Death Wish commentaries with that Paul Talbot guy. Whoa, shit.
Whoa.
I almost knocked the keyboard over. Those are pretty entertaining, but he's got a real shitty accent that didn't make the list, but
Well,
maybe it should have.
I know there was a box set. You know when they would release movies like these special editions and they were in these outsized boxes that aren't going to fit on the shelf comfortably with anything else? I know they did that, but I don't remember what came in it.
I think it's a German release.
Is it? Okay.
I think so.
Yeah. But yeah, I definitely need to find a copy, so maybe I'll head over to that the one surviving video place that still sells used shit, whatever they're fucking called. They're always hitting me up with their sales and stuff. Hey, you know, it's going to be 4th of July. Buy 2, get 1 free. Maybe I'll swing by, whatever that place is called.
Make sure to have them clean it. Because I'm sure that's going to be a filthy disc, Joe.
Yeah.
So
I want my own filth on that disc.
Yeah.
Nobody else's.
That might be one to buy new.
Yeah.
Never know who got it before you there, bud.
That's true.
You remember Problem Child?
I do.
I bought that movie used. Full of cum, the disc was, Joe.
Same for that copy of My Girl.
Fuck. So yeah, would recommend. Watch it, love it, laugh your fucking balls off. Ridiculous.
I continued on the All the Haunts Be Ours box set. Still not working my way through this thing. And I watched Il Demonia. This is about a lady that's just, you know, cursing everybody. In the first 10 minutes of the movie, she curses, puts a curse on a priest. And then there's a guy that she's got the hots for. She puts a curse on him because he doesn't want to fuck her. And it's just a series of that, her being crazy, you know, walking around. And then the nuns get her and they try to like do prayers. And the priest tries to do an exorcism on her. And, yeah, eventually the whole town turns on her, you know, and they want to just like fucking burn her or whatever. And the guy that she's infatuated with, she's like pretty much like put him through the ringer because she goes and fucks around at his wedding. It's like fucking around at his house. And he finally says, okay, he fucks her. And then he kills her. and then that's the end of the movie. You know, was she
So in
possessed?
the end, they both got what they
They got what
wanted.
they wanted. Yeah. Was she possessed? No, she wasn't. Was she crazy? Yeah. Was she Italian? Yeah. So yeah, there's that whole thing. It's not very good. I mean, the lady, she's very attractive, but it's just not a good movie, and it's an older time movie, so there's not a whole lot of nudity. I don't know what the laws were in Italy. I think they were pretty stringent at that time. You know, maybe Mussolini was still there. I don't know. We'll get to that later. But yeah, I this one, it does fit, I guess, into the all the haunts be ours shit because people were taking this seriously, and it shows how the Italians would react to that. You know, it's like a lot of prayer, a lot of Catholicism. You know, but it's just kind of a boring movie, so I would not recommend this one. This is another one on the set that gets a big X from me. No, and the extras on it were just extras about the movie. I don't want to watch extras about a movie I didn't like, so no, can't
Was
recommend
this a full core movie?
it. Well, like I said, yeah, because of the way the townspeople react. So I'd say yes in that regard. The one thing
Okay.
I'll say is that it does have some shit that other people lifted, like you know that fucking backward spider walk that they do in The Exorcist. She does
No.
that in this. She does it in a church. You know, she bends over like that and just walking on her hands backwards and shit. Uh, so yeah, I think that was a swipe. Like, oh, that's evil. No, it's not. She's just acrobatic.
The fat guy from WWE used to do that.
Bam Bam Bigelow,
The Wyatt.
the Wyatt.
Yeah.
I never saw him do that.
He was
Never
like a
really.
big fat Cajun guy, and then he had a monster mask or some shit.
Mm. Yeah, that signifies you're evil if you can do that walk. I guess. I don't know, but yeah, I did not recommend Il Demonia.
Save that accent for later.
I will. It's coming. It's coming.
I watched a movie that I was looking forward to for a little bit, Joe. And then I got some news that crushed my expectations pretty hard. And that news was this was going to be a Shudder original. So I watched old Phil Tippett's Mad God. Have you heard of this, Joe?
I have not heard of Phil Tippett.
Joe, have you seen Coneheads?
The movie? Yeah, I've seen it.
He made that monster in Coneheads.
Oh, the one that at the end. Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Joe,
Hmm?
have you seen Star Wars?
I've seen Star Wars.
He made Star Wars, Joe.
Did he?
He
He made
did.
Jar Jar Binks.
No.
Hmm.
No.
He's not that good then.
Joe,
Hmm.
have you seen Hellboy?
I have.
He made Hellboy.
Okay. So you're saying he's got pedigree?
He is a dog. So this movie is what a lot of people would refer to as all style and no substance. I mean, we should say this is a stop motion movie made by a dude who made a career in stop motion and all that. So I guess the narrative you can say is there's a guy in a diving bell. He's all like gas masked and shit up, and he's trying to plant a bomb. And then it's just a bunch of like hair guys and monsters getting chopped up and squished and shit. I think it's about life. I think it's about hell. I think it's about depression. I think it's about destruction. but it's so goddamn all over the place and just fucking weird shit for the sake of weird shit. Uh, if you like stop motion and really weird shit, like if you like the fucking band Tool's music videos, you'll love this shit. I'm not a fan of that, but I thought this was okay just because I could appreciate the animation and all the time and shit that was put into it. But there's a reason it's on Shudder, Joe.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people posting about this, but I wasn't eager to watch it, so I don't know. I've never seen a Tool video. I like Tool, but I've never seen one of their videos.
It's all like fucking creepy, spooktacular stop motion shit. I never cared for it, but like I like Phil Tippett shit, and if effects guy's making a movie, I'm gonna check it out. Especially one that's been doing this shit for fucking decades and decades and decades.
Luke the Goon agrees with you.
Thank you. But yeah, I would say only watch it if you like stop motion and weird spooky things. Because other than that, I don't know what the fuck you're going to get out of this. Like, if a normal person fucking saw this movie, God help them.
So I should just like put it on, turn down the volume, and put a Tool album on?
No, I mean, there's no dialogue in the movie. So there's some music in there. And I thought when there was music in there, like, I was like, oh, yeah, that's a good choice of music. It's not like fucking rock and roll high school. It's like just fucking, you know, ambient kind of music and shit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would say for you, check it out. Okay. I don't know how far you'll get through it. It took me 3 sittings to finish it, but I finished it.
Shudder Original.
Yep. Man, I got to get some new fucking earbuds.
I watched Fear Street 1666, something like that. One of those dates. This is the 3rd part of the Fear Street trilogy, and if you remember, like that first part, it was maybe one of my movies of the year. It was very good. A year later, I watched the 2nd part, and it was not good. And now I've watched the 3rd part. And this one, it starts out in the old-timey time, 1666 or so. And it's weird because everybody, the main characters are like 16, 17. So they would have been spinsters, right? Because they weren't married at 12 or 13, like as was common in the time.
Who wants these old dried up bitches?
Yeah, exactly.
What's wrong with you? You got a dick?
And the teens, they go out and party in the woods, which they would have just been hung, all of them, for shit like that, you know. So there's shit like that like, you know, I like a good witchy movie, and this one is trying to be a witchy movie in the first half of it, but it sucks. It just doesn't do it for me. And you know, through telling this story, they learn the weakness of the curse on the town that's been going through all 3 of these movies, and how they can break that curse. And I don't give a fuck if they break this curse or not, because I'm so far removed from how good the first one was that, yeah, I could not give a shit. And it's long. It's 2 hours. Just can't recommend. And people, a lot of people love all 3 of them. They say, oh, no, you just got to watch them all back to back. And it's just, you know, it's all, no, it's not. And I'm not doing that to myself. And I don't think anybody should do that. You know, it's like, oh, you got to watch all those Star Wars in order. No, you don't. You don't have to watch any of them at all. You know, if you like that shit, that's your thing. Okay. But don't tell me how I have to watch something to get the full enjoyment of it. You know, I know it sucks. And the way I watch it is not going to change that opinion. Like, I'm going to be, oh, fuck, you were right, man. On there for 6 hours. Now I get it. I was wrong before. fucks. It's on Netflix. If you hate, go watch it.
Would you call this a trilogy?
No. No.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Well, Joe, I just watched the epic conclusion for a trilogy 650 million years in the making. That's right, Joe. I went and saw Jurassic Park Damnation. Have you heard of it?
I've heard of it.
So this is all right. The last one, dinosaurs got out of the fucking park or whatever, and now they're in our world, Joe. They're
Again.
in our world. So, Jurassic World Damnation is about a giant locust that a pharmaceutical company is growing. So, they train these locusts or whatever to eat all the crops that weren't developed by the. Okay, so say the Umbrella Corporation. They fucking uprooted their operations and moved it to Jurassic Park. So now they have their hands in like all this shit, pharmaceuticals, food, seeds, and just everything, biochemics and engineering and shit. So they make these giant grasshoppers to eat all the fucking crops that wasn't planted with the seeds that they sell and engineer. So the gang has to get together and stop these grasshoppers from getting out and destroying the world. And that is the storyline for the third Jurassic Park movie in this trilogy about dinosaurs being in our world now. Because that's what the movie was supposed to be about, you see. But they decided to make it about really big grasshoppers who eat wheat and shit.
So they went the locust route instead of like, velociraptors and brontosauruses.
I mean, they're in there, but they're not the main focus. The really good idea of dealing with dinosaurs in our world.
Yeah.
Like fucking 5 minutes in, they're just like, oh, don't worry about it. This company already wrangled up all the big ones. So you don't have to worry about it. So then you just see like these little, the little pip dinosaurs that were just running around on shit.
Yeah.
There's like those, and kids are petting them and shit, but that's about it.
Well, you would think, because I would think dinosaurs like ate a lot of insects and shit. Some of them, right?
Yeah, but they picked them all up and they're back on the island, so they're not really in our world, except those little chicken motherfuckers or whatever the fuck. Okay. It's grasshoppers now. Genetically engineered grasshoppers and shit. This movie fucking sucks. Of course it does. It's a Jurassic Park movie and that's what it's about. Why? What the fuck? Why? The magic is fucking gone. It's not coming back. I was thinking about watching the original Jurassic Park again. But just like we talked about Brutal Massacre last week, I don't ever think I'm going to go back and watch this shit. I'm just going to remember it being fucking awesome and a good movie, and we'll leave it at that. Because this movie was shit, and I'm pretty sure it'll be making a list at the end of the year. You'll just have to tune in to see which one. Fuck.
I've only seen the first two. I don't even know how many of those fucking movies they made.
6 now.
I don't know how many Resident Evil movies they've made.
Too many.
But they seem to go hand in hand. But I also liked the first one. Didn't think so much of the second one, so I didn't watch any of the rest.
It's probably a good thing. Don't watch this one, Joe. And a lot of people are just fucking, oh shit, because old fucking Shutter Kane and the cast from the originals back. So you
Again?
got people, yeah. So you got people who just want to see that, you know, whatever. If you like it, you're fucked in the head because it wasn't good. It was about goddamn grasshoppers, Joe. You can't make that shit up.
I watched a sequel also, Tom. I watched Lady Snowblood, the love song of vengeance. Uh, this one starts out, old lady Snowblood. She's fighting the cops, and then says, "You know what? Fuck it. I already had my revenge in the last movie. I'm done." You know, so throws her sword up in the air, and they arrest her. And then they try her and find her guilty, and they're going to execute her. But on the way to the execution, some dudes break her out and say, "Hey, you're going to work for us. You're going to be our assassin now. Or you can just go back and get executed." Which she was cool with that to begin with. So why would she start working for these guys? I don't fucking know. But she does. And she's going undercover because there's these anarchists to see. And they want them to steal. They want her to steal some documentation from this guy and then kill him. But she finds out that that guy just has secrets on the government and how corrupt they are, and that she's actually been working for the secret police. So she switches sides, and now I'm working with the anarchists now. And yeah, that's pretty much the brunt of the movie. It's good. It's a good movie, but in comparison to that first movie, it's just an average movie. I can't recommend it unless you're like a big fan of these samurai assassin type flicks. It's got some semi cool shit, but yeah, it really doesn't hold a candle to that first one. I'd say if you haven't seen these and you're into this kind of stuff, just watch the first one. Leave this one alone. You're not going to miss out on too much unless you're like a completist. Like, no, I got to watch the second one. And you know what? If that's the case, I would suggest you watch them back to back. It is on HBO Max, or if you're one of those physical media people, Criterion. Wait for the sale that they have like 4 times a year.
And while you're there, pre-order Okja and pick up Shaft.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah, I'm picking that shit up and it's 50% off. Woo! So how did the song go?
She didn't have a song this time. Like she sang a song in the first one, but we'll get to some of that later.
It's called the Song of Vengeance or some shit.
There was no song, and she wasn't having vengeance on anybody. That's what's weird about it. She wasn't in love. I don't know. It's an odd little, whatever they call that. You know, title after a title. I don't know.
Proline.
Yeah, Proline.
What do we got on here? Fade to Black. Have you seen this movie, Joe?
Not in a very long time, but this was a mainstay of the movie channel when I was a kid.
Did you like it?
I liked it back then because I just remember like the guy was dressing up as all these movie monsters and shit. You know, he's a guy that's really into movies, right?
Yep. This is typical Vinegar Syndrome subscriber. Gets hooked on movies and then pretends he's in the movies and then kills people.
Yeah, so he does like a James Cagney type thing and
yeah.
A Dracula,
a mummy, and some other bullshit.
He dresses some broad up as Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, and her name is actually Marilyn. How convenient is that? He's obsessed with her because she looks like Marilyn Monroe, and he likes movies. You get it? He's crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah. And
it's
who the fuck is in that? This is what's his name's first movie.
Mickey Rooney.
Mickey Rourke. Yeah. Mickey O'Rourke.
We'll get to that. Yeah, the guy who plays the lead, he seems like he's a fucking weirdo in real life. Like, I don't know him. I've never seen him. I never met him before. I don't know what else he was in. He seems like just a fucking weird dude by the way he was playing this guy. Like, I couldn't get really into the main character or behind him so much because he just seemed like a fucking weirdo. Just, that's he was supposed to be, but like in a different way. Uh, the movie was all right. I liked it, but it's probably a one and done. I learned how to make a cool smoke cannon in the special features though, so it was kind of worth it for that. It was a lot like how you run blood tubing and how you score different things that'll do different
Mhm.
things. So that was kind of good to learn. And I mean, the movie is worth a watch, but I don't know how much replay value there is. This might be a good one for actors to watch, but it was okay. I'm not going to say rush out and go see it, but if you're interested in it, check it out, I guess. Joe loves it. He watched it all the time when he was a kid. So it was a staple of the movie channel.
It was. Yeah. I'll watch it again. Maybe I won't like it as much. Maybe I will.
Looking for the
Maybe I will.
slipcover?
No. I
Shit,
ain't sure
alright.
about that. Yeah. But I watched yet another Hulu original, and this one is called Fresh, Tom. Fresh. Yeah. This is about a chick that's trying to date, and it's hard dating, for young ladies these days because they go on apps, Tom, and they like swipe, look at a picture, and it's like, oh, I like this one. Yeah, let's date. And then, guys just turn out to be real assholes, Tom. Real assholes. But she's at the supermarket one day, and this guy just comes up and starts talking to her, and they kind of hit it off. They go on a date. She's having time with him. She bangs him. She fucking bangs him right off the bat. What a whore. But
she had an itch only a penis could scratch.
That's right.
You see,
she did. And she got that scratch, and the guy's like, hey, I really like you. Let's go out of town. Let's go like on an adventure. Let's go on a trip somewhere. And she says, yeah, fuck it. Let's go. And she does. And he's got this house out, in the sticks, real nice place. He makes her a drink and she's all woozy and boom, she's out. She wakes up. She's chained up, Tom. She's chained up. See, what this guy does is find lonely chicks with her, like her, that have not a lot of friends, no family.
Who's itchy? He goes looking for itchy bitches.
He has a subscription service where he sells women meat, in dried up packages with a recipe and everything, and little like mementos of the girl to the rich, Tom, the rich that want to eat human meat. And it's like Hello Fresh, but it's just fresh because that's the name of this movie. And yeah, the rest of that is a cat and mouse. Like she's trying to like seduce him and like so she can break out. And there's other bitches that he's got, in other cells, and they're communicating through the little grates, kind of like V for Vendetta, but it's really girls, not V just talking to her. It's an okay flick, man. It was, it is very modern, I guess, in that it is touted as a horror movie, but there's no horror to it. There's no thrills, and was reading some reviews on it. And it's like, oh, it's very grisly, very grotesque. There's nothing like that. And it's like, oh yeah, there's a scene where she's eating, the meat of some. It's just a fucking piece of meat. It's not like it's really human flesh or anything. But no, it's decent. It's worth one watch. Like I said, it's on Hulu. It's okay. The guy that plays Bucky, he's the the main bad guy. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I did love the Disco Godfather, and Bucky was an integral part of that movie, so I may have to check it out.
Yeah, fresh. Fresh. Yeah.
Ah, papa. I watched Fortress of America. This is their back. This
Bots
is
are back.
America with 3Ks. Hold on, let me try and get them out of there quick. All right. Well, there we go. Took care of that. So,
Yeah.
Fortress of America with 3Ks. This is about a bunch of fucking cosplayers going up into the woods and having like war games. Only they're fucking up there with real fucking guns and ammo and shit. And if anybody comes into their territory, they just fucking extreme prejudice and just murder the fuck out of them. If you like giant, big, fat, fake 90s tits and squibs, this is the movie for you because that's pretty much all it is. If that's all you want to see, then Fortress of America with fucking 3Ks because Troma put this out and they're a classy fucking group.
They are. They're classy, but
Better than Troma's War, I'll say that for sure.
haven't seen it, haven't had a desire to.
I would say you'll love Fortress of America with 3Ks, Joe.
All right. I
And
watched
that,
another film in the All the Haunts Be Ours set, Tom. And this one I'd seen before. This one, No Shame had put it out years back. This is called Dark Waters. And I think it's a British production, but they filmed it in the Ukraine back when the Soviet Union was first breaking up. And this is about a young lady whose father just died, and she found out he's sending money to this convent, every month. So she goes to see what the hell's up with this. It turns out like she grew up there, like the first 7 years of her life were spent there. And there's something up with these nuns at this convent, Tom. They got like little secret catacombs, and the catacombs of the underground. There's like a section where they have a blind guy. They're just painting stuff, and he's like an oracle. He's painting the future, and
how'd it look?
future looked grim. It
Fuck.
didn't look bright, Tom.
It looked like it was painted by a blind guy.
No, not at all. I don't think he really painted that shit now that you mention it. But yeah, there's this relic, this talisman that at the beginning of the movie, the nuns break up and hide the pieces here and there. Well, it turns out there's some creature down there, some demon creature, and she's actually that creature's daughter. And if she puts back that talisman, she can release this demon onto the world. It's very unsettling. No, it's not, but it is a good movie. The sets look good. It's shot real well. And like my thing was like, hey, this is a fucking Lucio Fulci movie, but it makes sense. Because the Lucio Fulci movies are full of cool shit, but the story's just like, what the fuck is going on here? This doesn't make any sense at all. So this actually has a narrative. It's got a good story. And if you're into this kind of shit, I'd highly recommend it. This is one of the better ones that's on this All the Haunts Be Ours set. But Severin also sells this one on its own. So you don't have to buy that set if you don't want it. If you just want this movie, you can order it. And again, this was very very slim on the extras for it. I think there's 2 features on the making of. I might go back and watch one of them, but I doubt it. I just want to watch the rest of the movies on this set. I think I got 5 more.
This is a big set.
It is.
That's all I watched, Joe.
Same here. Well,
fuck.
Wow.
Smell that?
Not all. It smells like rotted meat, like there's cum in that meat or something.
What?
Huh?
Did you say there was cum in that meat?
I don't know. So did I? Can you not hear me right? You got Ebola syndrome or something?
I think I do, Joe.
Yeah.
I think I do.
Ebola syndrome. Damn, now this is a movie I'd seen quite a while back, and one that I was like, holy shit, this is crazy. So upon rewatching it, I had this reaction watching it. Holy shit, this is crazy. Tom, thanks for sending me a copy of this. I'm very glad to have it. I'm halfway through the liner notes. I like this movie so much. Tell them a little bit about it, Tom. This is your first time watching it.
The fucking Chinese, huh? It always seems like they're the ones putting out the fucking goofy shit. I don't know why. We know why. But it always seems like they're the ones putting out the goofy shit. So this is about uh a real no good Nick. And we I think his name is Kai. So we meet Kai and he's having sex with his boss's wife. And boss comes home. Wife says he was raping her. The boss says, "Hey, you, cut off your wiener," but he says it in Cantonese. And he says, "All right," but he stabs him and kills everybody in the room instead. And then he flees to South Africa.
But remember, there was also the daughter there. She saw.
Oh, that's right.
Saw.
He didn't kill her, but
No.
she was traumatized.
He didn't have time. Somebody else came in. He was about to kill her.
Yeah, so he flees to South Africa where he works at a very frugal Chinese restaurant. I didn't understand why they kept looking for cheaper and cheaper meat when every scene of this goddamn restaurant, it was always fucking busy. Like they were just making all this money hand over fist and shit. So that didn't make a whole lot of sense, but they're sick and tired of paying for good quality tested fucking meat, the best you can get. So they say, "You know what? Let's go buy meat from the Bushmen. That's what we'll do. We'll go and fucking buy meat from an African tribe who's still wearing fucking, tribesman shit in the 90s and stuff." So they head out there, and the tribe is infected with the Ebola Syndrome. And, they would have been fine. They weren't wearing masks or anything. But he raped that girl. So
he rapes a tribeswoman.
Yeah, I'm not saying a lot of rape was going on, but COVID spread pretty quick and we were wearing masks. Mm-hmm. In this movie, no masks, but the rape spread it. So something is definitely going on. And Joe, didn't you get COVID?
I did get COVID.
Did you rape?
No, I've never been to South Africa, Tom.
Do you want to, though?
I don't purchase meat, Tom, for restaurants.
Okay. But if you did.
District 9 was pretty cool.
So yeah, this movie has a lot of crazy fucking shit in it. It's not as fucking wild as I thought it was gonna be. The commentary says like it wasn't made to be a comedy. and they were playing it straight. And if that's the case, you fucked up big time because it's a hilarious fucking movie. They said it wasn't intended to be funny, but
There's
it
no way.
is.
I don't believe that. You know, I
You
don't.
got the Blu-ray. You can watch the interview with fucking old Chinese butthead and
I mean,
listen
from
to
what
it
I've
for
read
yourself.
with the Chinese, with the director saying they were, or somebody was saying like they were making a mockery of Category 3 movies, you know, and just like let's push these boundaries. Let's see what you know, how far we can take this. Um, but yeah, it's like the guy Kai, he's a carrier. You know, he's a spreader, but it
He's a
doesn't
super spreader, Joe.
super spreader. He is a what do they call that? I don't know, something X, where he's the one that
Patient Zero.
patient zero. There you go. He is patient zero. He is Typhoid Mary,
And the
and
serial rapist.
and he's a and he's a killer too. He kills people even by not giving them the Ebola syndrome. You know, but he's still serving meat that maybe he's fucked, or meat.
He's just slinging that dick.
Yeah, he's meat that he's either come into or victims of his that he's chopped up and turned into hamburger patties and
So
serving
why
those.
would he come in meat, Joe?
I don't know. I guess he just wanted to feel something because he wasn't getting laid. People are always busting his balls, Tom, and that's why he's so bitter and angry.
He was listening to his boss and his boss's wife
Mhm.
have Showgirls pool sex in the
Pretty
next
much.
room.
Yeah,
So instead of just whacking off, he had to go get a hunk of meat and make a little pussy hole in this hunk of meat, and then he stuck his wiener in it and filled it with seed like he was planting babies in this hunk of meat that he put right back into the fridge.
yeah. And yeah, the cops are after him. They're trying to find patient zero because people are getting sick now all around the city. And at the end, yes, finally they do. They corner him, and the girl that survived his first murder spree, she runs into him again. So she's trying to find him, and you know there's shit with her. But yeah, the cops capture him or surround him, and I thought a real funny scene where he's just spitting at them. You know, I thought that was fucking great.
I have the Ebolas.
Mhm. Yeah, but they finally take him down. We also get, you know, one of those scenes that I like so much where somebody's set on fire, you know, and they're walking around on fire. Yeah, we got that. There's this fart scene in a truck when him and his boss are going to get the meat. So I know Tom liked that. Probably got a little snicker at that. Yeah, just like that. Yeah. But yeah, this movie is just as, you know, I mean, maybe I'll watch it again another 5 years. That way it doesn't lose its potency, you know. But I think it's great, man.
Yeah, if you like ridiculously silly and gross shit, yeah, this is for you. Not for everybody for sure, but it reminded me of like a Chinese trauma movie, but probably better and more well made.
No, it's like Tom said, it's not for everybody. I think you're pretty safe if you're listening to this podcast, if you're a regular listener. But yeah, it's got a lot of rape, a lot of murder, a lot of racism. It's a very there's a lot of racist
All
shit.
right, this is something I wanted to bring up. So when he has the boss's wife suck his wiener,
Mm-hmm.
why don't these bitches ever bite the wiener off? Wouldn't they be able to get away then?
People should go watch Fresh because that's he seduces him, is going down on him, bites his cock off.
And she gets away?
Well, that's her way out of of his house, his captivity. Yeah,
BOYGOB, swallow your cock, and then you're never getting that shit back.
right.
Best thing you can hope for is she fucking spits it out and runs out the door.
He didn't seem like a spitter to me, you know.
She swallows it. You gotta wait a couple days, and you'll have an
Right.
old shitty dick.
Mm-hmm.
Choice is yours and yours alone. Yeah, I'd say watch it if you want fucking ridiculously silly, gross shit. But if those three things together doesn't interest you, then fuck to the no, dog. I think the DVD looked all right. I didn't watch the 4K version, but I think it looked good and everything.
Yeah, it definitely looked better than whatever I had before. It was some weird label that I don't even remember, but I mean, it was the only way you could get it back then. I had found it at like a half price books, and I was like, holy shit, they've got this on the shelf.
I I listened to about maybe 30, 40 minutes of the commentary track. It's another one of these fucking fan commentary tracks, and it was some fucking lady. And I was just like, all right, enough of you. Turn that shit right off.
But I'll say this, like if those of you that like this and think, hey, I want to watch some of this guy's other movies and see like the same ridiculous shit, this is the only movie that he made that's like this. Everything else is like a crime movie, an action flick, or the one that they'll always tell you is Untold Story, which that's very, very good, but it's a very dark movie. It's not funny like this one. You know, it's trying to be like a serial killer's movie.
Yeah, that's what that lady kept bringing up in the commentary track. Sounded like it's pretty much the fucking cannibal restaurant thing for the whole movie or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, if you came here to jump on the Predator series with us, see you next week, you fuck.
Right. Yeah. Next week.
So you ready to swing into another fantastic issue of the Amazing Spider-Man?
Spider-Man 119, 18?
18.
118. And before we get into this, let me tell you guys about something we've noticed, and we call this the BOYGOB effect. So whenever we talk about a comic, it seems to be that comic stores just, they sell out of it real quick. You're not going to be able to find this on eBay or any of the other auction sites because this is just going to disappear. As you heard it here first, the BOYGOB effect. Spider-Man 118. We're going through this storyline about this guy running for office, and all the fucking hip kids are wanting to vote him in. J. Jonah Jerklin likes him because he's tough on crime and doesn't like Spider-Man's. But Spider-Man's has been fighting this fucking giant robots or something called the Smasher.
The Disruptor.
Oh, I thought he was.
Oh, wait, there was a Smasher. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And he's being controlled with a little remote control by the Disruptor. This guy that's wearing like an old fucking robot head. Real shitty costume. A real shitty storyline. And fuck, just to get through it, because you already know. I already know. Anybody that read maybe the first chapter of this already knows that politician that everybody likes is the Disruptor. That's it.
Richard Roundtree.
Big real. 3 issues of Spider-Man's, but like as Tom said, this was reprinted from something else, and this is why Spider-Man's doesn't give a shit that his aunt's living at Doc Ock's house, with his henchmen and shit. I'm hoping that this is the last issue that Stanley ever writes. I know there's some good stuff in Spider-Man somewhere. Maybe next issue, because next issue we have a guest star. We got that green skin, rampaging Hulk.
Damn, I loved him when he was on that television show set.
Oh yeah.
I think that's the last time we saw him.
Mm-hmm. Or when he was in that cave.
That was the same issue. It was
Was
all
it?
for a TV show, yes.
No, I don't fucking remember. Oh yeah, that's right. It's just Stanley's used that plot so many goddamn times.
Mm-hmm. They had to get the Avengers to calm him down or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, whatever. The fun.
Hey there, Joseph. You like this?
I do, Tom. And this list, Tom and I are going through some of our favorite accents.
Wait, their favorite?
Well, they're just accents.
I did the worst.
Okay. Yeah, I guess there's no favorite here. But yeah, in my honorable mentions, I got the one that Tom's been slinging around quite a bit lately, and it's a southern accent, you see. So one of the worst ones around, and that's why it's on my honorable mention.
Sounds like Elvis.
He was southern.
Southern fried.
And then, Tovarish, I've got the Russian accent. That doesn't sound right. I don't know how to do a Russian accent. It's in all the movies. Maybe it's more tougher. Maybe it's Russian like this. Maybe you should pay what you owe. No, that doesn't sound right either. But fuck it. Y'all get the thing. And then some. I have one I call The Chosen. And this one, my boy chick, it's a accent that I can't do again.
The fuck was that?
The Chosen Ones, Tom.
The Chosen Ones?
Yeah.
Jewish?
Yes.
Oy vey, Joe.
Oy vey. I don't know. I haven't seen a Jackie Mason movie in a while, so I can't do it.
But you did hear some intern David.
Yes. What the fuck is this one? Oh, I've got written down Tuscan Raider. Infidel Americans.
Oh, shit.
The bomb will go off. Why do I keep doing the Z? I got to say that for the French.
Spoiler alert.
Your imperial capitalism has gone too far. I don't know. And then I have native. Before the white man came, this was a land of peace. I don't know.
And those
Are my mentions.
I have the Austin Powers accent, especially when people would do their shitty Austin Powers impersonations.
Fuck, that was a bad time.
It sure was. And then I have
Wait, let's hear it, Tom.
nah. And then I have Jodie Foster in Silence of the Lambs. What a shitty voice that guy has. And then I have Damon Wayans in Bamboozled, where he plays the character of Mantan, and he does the shitty fucking voice through the whole movie because he thought it was a good idea. It was not. And then I have Keanu Reeves' shitty accent from pretty much anything that he's in because he has a shitty voice.
Whoa.
But I specifically mentioned Bill and Ted. And then again, Nicolas Cage, because he has a shitty fucking voice, but more specifically Con Air in his fucking terrible, awful Southern accent. And Joe, those are my honorable mentions.
I see you did this a little different than I
We'll
Right.
see. We'll see.
At number 10, I have the Chinese accent. Huh? This is so, Mr. Tom, you have podcast, I hear.
It's a great James Hong.
Mm.
I have the stereotypical spooky horrorcore rapper accent. This made me stop listening to the music for a while because everybody would just lower their voice like this and then rap like this and shit. Fuck you. Number 9.
At number 9, we have the Japanese accent, which is a bit more rough and guttural.
And Joe just might have shit his pants. My number 9 is British people doing American accents. Because it all just sounds like they're talking through their fucking nose. If you want a good example, go watch some of that Doctor Strange bullshit. Rubbish for the bin, mate. Number 8.
Indeed it is, Tom. It is quite rubbishy. Yes, it is. And that's the Hindi accent.
I have the Rhode Island, Maine accent where they're getting lobsters and shit. Fuck off. Never open your mouth ever, please. That part of the country can just go fall into the fucking ocean. Oh, help! We're drowning! We're drowning! Fuck you.
At number 7, first of all, I want to say that the Greeks and Romans did not have a British accent. And I hate when there's a production of Julius Caesar and they all talking British. Oh, is this a dagger? I see. Oh, that's from Hamlet. But still, you get what I'm saying. You know, that British accent, especially in productions like that, doesn't have a fucking place there.
I mean, I can do a pretty good Greek accent. Oh. Oh. Because they're getting Greek, you see.
Right.
Which one are we on?
7.
I don't know. Because this one has a hard R at the end. So not to offend, I will say the Wigga accent. You heard this one before, Joe?
I have.
The fuck is wrong with you, honky?
I don't know. It was done to great effect, though, on Trailer Park Boys.
Know what I'm saying?
At number 6, I have the beloved Australian accent. So, mate, here's a box set that we got. It's all the aunts be ours, and it's a folk horror is what it is.
Consider yourself at home. Oh, shit. Sorry, Mike, but fuck the Irish accents. Blarney Stones and all that shit. Go jump in a fucking river of snakes for all I care. Makes me want to puke, you redheaded fucks.
At number 5, I have the Mexican accent, specifically as done by Mel Blanc. Oh, senor, there's plenty of cheese out here. We're gonna go chase it.
It's a pretty good cheech. Just like you, Joe. Fuck the Russians, mate. It's an ugly fucking language with an ugly, ugly accent. but not the ugliest. Rooskies and shit. Oh, fuck.
I don't
He's
know
like
what the fuck that was.
a
Yeah.
horrorcore rapper guy. Number 4.
Number 4, I'll call this the flamboyant.
Joe, it's June. What are you doing?
Nothing, Tom. I'm not doing anything right now. What are you
Yeah,
doing? Are you recording a podcast?
I'm fucking talking to Mr. Paul Lind, I guess. Fez Marie Watley over here. Jeez Louise.
Oh my god.
My number 4 is the Cajun Creole accent. Fuck you and your crawfishes. Get the fuck out of here.
Sorry, Gambit.
Mon ami and shit. Number 3
would be the old Frenchie, the frog accent, Tom. I love this podcast. It is the best podcast in America. That's the French one.
My number 3, it's not really an accent, but motherfuckers who say "warsh" can jump in a fucking lake.
With a bar of soap.
Yep, number 2.
Number 2, I have the Italian accent, Tom. It's a me, a Mario. I'm gonna win.
My number 2 is the Deep South accent. It doesn't matter which one. There are all kinds of fucking hillbillies across America. And you're all great into my goddamn fucking ears.
Number 1 most horrible podcast or stereotypical podcast or whatever you want to call this list is the Chicago accent. Oh, hi everybody. Oh, which way did he go? Where did he go? I'm sorry, George.
Well, my number 1, it's kind of all encompassing, but country music singers tend to have the strongest Southern accents. Because I think, they're playing it up a little bit more. So, all you country singers out there, outlaw country guys, you can kind of get away with it because you can kick the fuck out of all these other fucking country singers and shit. But nothing I hate worse than the voice of a country singer, Joe. And those were terrible accents.
Yeah.
Join us next week when we list our top 10 comic storylines from comics. But until that time, head on over to dwnproductions.net. Normally don't say this, but if you get in the next day or 2, I'll be able to make you something in a reasonable time. So if you wanted to purchase something from the site, now's the time to do it, because next week I'm probably going to say, don't buy nothing from over there. So dwnproductions.net, just go there and buy this fucking hat. I think I got like maybe 12 left. It's fucking safety reflective silver. Asked for glow in the dark, but they sent me this, so please buy
for
them.
construction sites, you see.
Yes.
Yeah.
For all you
At
fucking
night
midnight
cruise.
stranglers, you don't get fucking hit on the side of the road when you're dragging trash bags.
And then head on over to fastcustomshirts.com, type in BOYGOB. You can support this podcast, whatever. You can get that shirt. You can get a bunch of other shit. But, I mean, unlike Tom, I can't say that it's going to ship out very fast because we
I
are
didn't say it was going to ship fast. I said I'll make it in a reasonable time.
We're loaded up with custom work. And hopefully that doesn't end anytime soon. I'm very happy with the amount of work we've been getting. And, yeah, other than that, fuck it.
Until next week, boy gob.